This video covers our installation kits. Our normal installation kit comes with 50 feet of this 1/4-inch plastic tubing. And this is really flexible. It's very nice to use. You can run it just about anywhere. You can run it 200 yards if you want, so it can go a long way through ceilings and down through walls and whatnot. If you need more than 50 feet, just when you order these, put it in your comments, and we can include more. So if it's very much more, maybe we need to charge you a little bit for it. Also comes with 5 of these clips. They open up and you can put the 1/4-inch tubing down through them, and they stick on the wall, and then when you push them closed, they actually clip in together so that they will hold that tubing pretty securely. And then it comes with a piece that looks like this. This is quick connect fittings for the tubing that come apart very easily. It's a John Guest valve. This is a John Guest valve. These are actually the best valves out there. John Guest is it's a little more expensive, but they are the name brand in it, and they are actually the best. They're the ones that invented this type of quick connect stuff. When the valve is turned perpendicular to the tubing, it's off. When it's turned parallel, it's on. And you get a little short tubing that will go between the valve and the piece that connects to the water line. Now we're going to cover how to connect this piece to the water line. Under your sink, you will have something that looks a lot like this. This is the easiest way to connect these. We used to use saddle valves a lot on everything, and we found this piece, and this works much better. It's much easier. Basically, you just turn your water off, and then you disconnect this. This you'll generally have copper underneath it that comes up to it, and then this piece up here goes up to your sink to actually connect the water to your sink. Now you want to use the cold water side, and all you do is just take this piece apart and then screw this in and reconnect this above it. Make sure you tighten everything up so it won't leak. And now you got a 1/4-inch connect fitting here. You can put this on and this, turn this off, and now you're ready to turn this back on and have water at your sink. But you also have this fitting over here then that you can connect your tubing to, 1/4-inch tubing that you get, and run it anywhere you want. And on the other end of this tubing, you will hook, this is where it goes to the water cooler. If you've bought one of our inline water filters, then this 1/4-inch tubing just goes in the inside of the water cooler filter, and then the water cooler tube, which is a 1/4-inch tubing like this, also goes in the other end. If you did not buy one of our filters and you just want to drink regular tap water through the water cooler, you can actually request one of these connectors, and it'll go on here, and then you can put it in the water cooler tube right in here. Now the other type of installation kit we have would not use this piece here. Instead, it uses a saddle valve. A saddle valve is a piece that would go on a copper tubing, copper water pipeline. And I want to show you how to use that. This is a copper water line, and the important thing about this is that this gets on here real square, and you don't mess with it over time, because it's not a great solid fitting, but it does work reliably. What you want to do, and by the way, this will fit. This is like a 5/8 copper, but it'll fit. This saddle valve we sell will fit a 1/2 inch also, which is what's most common in housing, and all the way up to, I think it fit all the way up to like 1 inch. But basically, you take this rubber piece that comes with it and you put it in here in the hole right there. Now if you look inside this hole, there's a little very sharp little object there, and that is connected to this handle up here. What's going to happen is this is going to be screwed down so that that thing punctures a hole in the copper tubing. So you want to screw that back up in there, make sure it's hidden, and put this rubber piece in here, which is the piece that will actually seal around the hole that that piece punctures. And then you want to put it on here like that, and take the screws, put them in here, and the bottom piece is actually threaded, so it goes on like so. And it might, there we go. And what you want to do, it's kind of flimsy at first till things get tightened up. What you want to do is tighten this down fairly tight because you don't want it to leak. Get it a little bit tighter than this. Then you want to just work this down into the copper. Now, what's going to happen is it's going to get tight. What you want to do, if you just go straight down through without stopping, it can possibly break this handle on here because it's fairly thin. Even though it's pretty strong, it's still fairly thin. What you want to do is get it down to where it gets hard to turn, and then back it off a couple of turns, and then go in again. And that will make it a lot easier the second time. So eventually you will go all the way down through. Now when you tighten this down all the way down, it will stop the water flow. But until it gets all the way down, the water flow will not be stopped. It will actually start coming out here possibly. So what you want to do before you do that, the easiest way is to hook up the water line to it. The way this works is you have to use the plastic collar. Do not use the metal collar. It will cut the tubing too easy. Use the plastic collar, and you put the long sloping side of this towards the area that goes in here. So you push that on. No, wait a minute, I'm sorry. We want to put this piece on first, and then put this on over top of it. You push, then you put this little insert inside the tubing. Now this insert can be tough to get in this tubing. It's very tight. And you need to get it all the way down in for it to work. So now you've got the brass nut, the plastic collar, and the insert inside the tubing. This insert is what makes this thing strong enough to hold up and seal. Now this piece goes in here, and then you just screw this brass nut onto here like so. Get it fairly tight, turn this off, and then finish putting this into your copper. And you will have water flow. Once you push this all the way in, you want to pull it all the way back out, and you'll have water flow. And this is what you will use to turn it on and off with, the water flow. So that's all there is to it. Do not mess with this after you've got it in. It's basically a thing that you just leave set up and never touch, because you can't take it off because your copper pipe will actually have a hole in it. So that's all there is to the installation kits for the water coolers. Thank you.